Let's play! Hello everybody and welcome to a little introspective video I decided to do on the recent announcement of the PlayStation 4. Now I'm going to preface this with a little notification. I am not a fanboy for anything. I prefer to be a neutral party who equally loves every console. Sure, I gravitate towards PS3 and Wii, but that's only because those are the only consoles I have. That said, I love every console, so I'm going to try to keep this as unbiased as possible. The first big thing was the new controller. I'm guessing it's going to be called the DualShock 4, so I'll refer to it as such. I think it looks cool. The control sticks, while they look weird, look actually quite comfortable. It'd be nice to actually have a place to rest your thumb on. The touchpad will be interesting. I really liked it on the Vita, and I think it'll work well on the PS4, opening new gameplay possibilities. And finally, the share button, which we will get into a second. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted to say. Oh, by the way, this game is One Piece Pirate Warriors. I just decided to play it because, I wanted something to play, and it kind of represents the sort of, really all the fun I had with the PS3. It's one of the most fun games I played. The first game to be announced for the PS4 was called Knack, and it is a cartoony-style game that looks sort of like something along the lines of Ratchet & Clank or Sly Cooper or Jak and Daxter, where it's cartoony, but, you know, it's still actiony and fun for everyone. I'm really excited for this. A lot of people were complaining about how kiddie it looks, but I think it looks beautiful. The animation's amazing. The voice acting's awesome. Easily a title that I'd pick up. Up next is something that will change Let's Plays forever. Integrated recording. Now, by pressing the share button, you can instantly share and record any videos, pictures, right to Facebook, and I'm guessing to YouTube eventually. I think this will open up Let's Playing to tons of people, which is good and bad. Good in the fact that, you know, anybody can Let's Play and it'll be super easy, won't need anything else. Bad in the fact that now everyone and their dog will Let's Play, and some people aren't meant to Let's Play, let's just say that. Next up, remote play. You know how the Wii U can do the thing where you play the game on your gamepad instead of just the TV? Well, you can do that, but instead of it being the gamepad, you can do it with tablets, phones, or the Vita. And I think that's really interesting. A lot of people are complaining that they're ripping off Nintendo. Of course, everyone complains that everyone rips off people at these conferences. But actually, they had it first with the remote play on the PSP with the PS3. So, just saying. Up next, Killzone Shadowfall. Now, I am not a first-person shooter player. You guys know that. I have no feels for first-person shooters, but this game looks awesome. Number one, the graphics are great. I don't care if it's pre-rendered. I'm just happy that there's color, something that lacks in lots of games nowadays. It was such a beautiful, colorful trailer, and I think more games need that. Plus, the gameplay where you can customize a gun mid-battle, I think is really cool. After that was Drive Club, which was a PS4 racing game, but it kind of was like Call of Duty in terms of the online with clans and stuff, and it's really weird. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not a big racing fan as it is, but whatever, different strokes for different folks. Finally, cloud gaming. They did confirm that it is not backwards compatible with PS3 games. A lot of people were kind of bummed about that, but they did say that they're working on a way to be able to play them through cloud gaming, where you'll just play them off of the cloud, if you know what that means. If not, you might want to do a little research, because it's going to be a big thing, you know. It's better than nothing. That's the big thing. I'd rather have something that's not the best than have nothing at all. Next up, Jonathan Blow, the creator of Braid, showed off his game The Witness, a Myst-inspired game in which you explore an island and solve its mysteries, and I'm totally just reading that off of Kotaku, because honestly, I felt nothing about this game. It just seemed bland. I mean, it's colorful and stuff, and that's nice, but it really felt like it was trying too hard and was one of those pretentious hipster artsy games, which work at times. I mean, look at Journey, it's amazing, but at times it doesn't, and I'm sorry. Next up was a game that Sucker Punch showed off, and when I first heard Sucker Punch, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be new Infamous. Then they showed the trailer, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's totally Infamous. But then as I watched more, it looked different, and the story was different. I'm like, oh, so it's not Infamous. But then I watched more, and one of the characters had powers, and I was like, oh, so this is Infamous. But then I watched more, and it wasn't Cole, so I'm like, oh, this isn't Infamous. Then I watched more, and he had what looked like Cole's outfit on. I'm like, oh, so this is Infamous. And then it showed the title, Second Son. I'm like, oh, so this isn't Infamous. But then the Infamous title appeared above it, so, oh, it's an Infamous spin-off. I'm excited for this. I think it's cool. I like the Infamous series, and, you know, giving, like, an entire band of superheroes instead of just Cole, I think it's going to be really interesting. Next up, Capcom unveiled its new game, Deep Down, a fantasy Dungeons and Dragons style game, which I honestly could care less about. And it was shown off by Ono, and I love Ono. Ono is one of the funniest people in the gaming industry, but it just looked generic. It looked like Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, there was nothing to it that spoke to me. That's a big thing. It honestly could have been under any name, and it wouldn't have meant anything to me. After that, Media Molecule showed off sculpting. I was like, what? Because I was expecting Little Big Planet 3, and what they gave me was a game where you sculpt things, and it just looks weird. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with it. I mean, it'd be cool for making movies and stuff, but it's not really a game. Then Square Enix told us they'll be making Final Fantasy. Well, you know, it's kind of expected. But they showed off a trailer, just a demo of the Luminous engine, which is just a tech demo. I didn't see it before. Apparently it's the same. But I was mad because, you know, they were talking about in it, Lavos, and how it looked like a new Chrono Trigger game, and then I cried. Watch Dogs looks cool. I'm not a fan of Ubisoft games in general. I mean, I don't know, they've never appealed to me. But this one looks really cool with the hacking and everything, and I'm looking forward to it. And finally, Bungie's Destiny is coming to the PS4. I never thought I'd hear Bungie and PS4 in the same sentence. I'm really looking forward to this. It looks cool. I'm not a fan of shooters or MMOs, and it's both, and it looks awesome. Thanks, guys, for watching. I don't know why I did this. I just felt like sharing my opinion. So cool, huh? I'm excited for the PS4. Hopefully you are too. Share your comments below, but please keep them positive. Thanks, guys. See ya.